Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we should be making my favorite from this series, the Dino cake. It's the last one I need to complete my set. I was able to find it at Walmart using the pinhole hack. And yes, it is the right one. So we have a cake stand, and this is the thing that goes underneath it. Looks like there's a chomp out of it. That's so cute. The blue table. The chocolate cake. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. We have two plants which look similar to ones we've used in the fish tanks. But look at the gold dino. I love it. Oh my gosh, I didn't know there was a nest involved. My immediate thought is how cute. There's eggs and another dinosaur. And my second thought is, how are we going to fit this all in that tiny cake? It'll be interesting. And some green sprinkles. It says cake crumbs, but that's going to look like the grass. Then we have spatula, instructions, and a tub of chocolate icing. This is how it allegedly will look when we get done with it. So cute. But look at these nightmare instructions. It literally tells you to do everything at once. Absolutely not. There's no way. No way you can do that at once without getting all over you. So I'll be doing the sides first and curing that extremely well so that I can touch it and hold it on the side, and then I will proceed with the top. Or should I do it the other way around? No, I think I'm gonna do the sides first. This is a thick cake. I think it's doable. I think we'll be able to get it all on there. I might do half at a time, cure it so I can hold it like that under my leave it like that under my UV lamp, and then flip it and do the other side. So we're just doing like a wave. Well, it looks like they did like triangles almost. They look like hills over here, but you know, do what you want, I guess. We're going to start with the side, and we'll add the green sprinkles. I think that's gonna look really cool. And I'm gonna put something under it to catch all of them. I'll use this cupcake liner. I used that last time and it worked out well because you could bend it and then like dump it all back into the container. So yeah. Get all that stuff ready, and I'm gonna go in with a toothpick. I just prefer to use toothpicks other than the spatulas and things they give you. I don't know, I just feel like it's easier. So I will start. Oh, and I just thought, I guess if you want really crisp lines, you could put a piece of tape there. And then like very thin layers of resin. That's my issue. I like to glop on the resin. And really, I don't think that's necessary. I think it should be kind of thin because the only thing that's going on there is that green grass stuff. So I'm going to bring this one up a little higher. Just kind of sketching out a couple mountain-like structures. And you can look at it from the side to make sure everything looks wet. That way you know it's all covered with resin. But you will see once you start dumping it on there what is not covered. I think that looks pretty good. Trying to wipe off a little bit of that. I guess it can be textured. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. Yeah, so we have two little mountains. I'm going to start with that first. Let's add the sprinkles. Definitely intimidated by this build for sure. Okay, that's pretty cute. I think add a lot, and then you can tap it in or if you need to. I think that looks pretty good. You can shake it off. And it looks like there's two different shades of the green. So that's pretty, gives it some dimension. I feel like it's lighter over here, but that just could be a low resin spot. This is how it looks up close. I think that looks pretty good. You can always take another toothpick. Actually, let me grab one. You can take a clean one, and before it's set, kind of push back those lines. You could flick away some of those. That actually looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks nice. Just slowly kind of drag it to make those sharp angles. So far, I think that looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and cure that. This does have a tiny little opening there, but if you kind of cup this and put it in there, it should shake it a little. Yeah, it goes in pretty easy. In case you don't have a little tiny funnel. There's still some in there, but most of it went back in there. I also noticed we have to use resin to glue down the eggs. I kind of wish they gave us a smaller nest that was maybe plastic and a little bit of this, I'll call it like hair like stuff, that we can all glue it in there, because it's gonna look a little unruly, I think, and messy, maybe. We'll see. I feel like this looks really good. So I'm going to repeat this process 3 more times. I'm going to do this section, or 2 more times, and this section, so 3 total. And then we will work on the top. I think I'm going to do the entire top, sprinkle it with the green, and then add a little resin like mound for each little character. And maybe sprinkle some green to kind of cover up that mound, if that makes sense. That's what I'm thinking, at least. And I think people may have given me suggestions about this set a long time ago before I had it. So if you gave me any suggestions, most likely I forgot them. I'm gonna do a really tiny one and then maybe a big one over here. Try to make them look a little different at least. I think this is the one I was most intimidated about. I've really liked the piñatas. I think that was really cool in this set. But this is definitely the cutest cake in the set. It has to be. It's so cute. Ooh, my most hated one though, definitely that dirt little thing in a mug. Ugh. I feel like I still have nightmares of that one. That was awful. S'mores or whatever it was supposed to be. Anytime you put that stuff in a cup, never looks good, in my opinion. I like the idea, just never is executed that well. So I'm using that clean toothpick again to kind of clean up those edges. And then we will cure this side. I guess it could use some more sprinkles over here. Shake it off. And then when they're sticking up like that, you can take that dry side of it and push it. I think this looks really great. Tried to make some bigger, wider, smaller, so it's a little bit varying. Now we're going to do the entire top and set that with this grass stuff. And then we'll go back and place stuff on there. At least that's what I kind of think we should do. I hope I don't regret that. We'll see. Maybe I'll try to set something on there first and see what I think about it. I'm just putting a thin layer on here. And trying to get all the way to the edge, but not go over it. Kind of hold it to the side and see where the shine is to see if you need more in certain areas. Like over here. Probably should have did a dry run and placed all these on there before I did all that. Just to make sure they're gonna fit good, but I'm sure they will. I guess we don't have to put all the plants on there if we don't want to. But we do have a nest and some eggs to set. Here's the nest that looks pretty wild. I feel like that's gonna take up half the darn cake. Should I just stick it down there? Also, how is it gonna cure what I just put underneath it? Because it's too thick. I guess I could pull some of it out. I took this and kind of was twisting it so it makes more of like a nest shape. It was pretty flat. I think I'm just gonna set it. Am I gonna regret this? I think I will. I think I should set this with the grass before I add the extras. Oof, I'm just gonna go with it. We're gonna do it that way. Hopefully it's not a mistake, we'll see. We will find out. Also, whatever that nest is made of, it's the exact same color as my hair. My hair is like a blondish brown, and it kind of creeps me out because up close it does look like balled up hair. Could be making my own Miniverse nests. Okay, we definitely have enough left. Okay, I'm gonna cure that and then we will place stuff on top and we're just gonna make it work. Now I can place everything on there because it's dry. So we're gonna have that in the back, the plants on both sides kind of hiding it. Then they have him up here and him over there. I feel like I'm gonna need to do kind of one at a time. But yes, it'll all fit on there. We'll start with the nest because that's what I'm most worried about. And you could definitely use super glue for this if you don't want to use resin or you don't think it's gonna cure. We'll see. I'm gonna try to set that real quick. That worked. Now I'm going to add the eggs. And again, you can use super glue for this part if you don't want to see the brown resin at the bottom. You wouldn't need much. But also I guess it looks realistic because I'm sure they mash it down with like mud and stuff in the wild. I know birds do. These are such cute eggs. There's little brown speckles on them as well. Adorable. Before I set that, I'll go ahead and do the plants too. Why not? I think I'm going to focus more around the sides. Because that will kind of squirt out the bottom when I press it down. I'm going to put that about there. Same with this one. And then I'll probably cure that. Because I think some of it's going to get a little covered up because it's going to be crowded. So curing it in phases sounds like a better idea. That way the light can hit all the angles. But that's just me. Turned it that way so the leaves are kind of going over the nest. That looks cute. I know I purposely put some of the brown on the side, but I think I'm gonna try to sprinkle a little of that around to cover it up. Just so it looks a little bit blended. This is looking so cute. I love how it looks so far. So now that I kind of squished all that in, I have more room for the dinosaurs up front. So I'm going to do something like that, because I think that's what they did. Yes. And of course, you could do whatever you want, but I normally like how they have theirs designed, so I try to copy it unless I think something looks terrible. Like that one time we made, what was it, espresso pie or something? And there was whipped cream just on like the side of it, on one side. I thought that looked really weird, so I didn't do that. But typically, yes, I follow instructions. Is that enough to adhere? You think so? You can see a little bit of the chocolate, but honestly, I could probably just throw some of the sprinkles on the side there, where it's coming out by his side. That looks cute though. And I will, should I go ahead and, yeah, I guess I could go ahead and put the other one on. And I have a lamp that's like a standalone lamp, so I leave it over the top, then I flip it on its side so it can do all the angles of it. I overly cure my items. And I think I've shared that before when I first started making Miniverse, especially the pies or some of like the thicker ones. They looked set, they felt set, they were not set. And my daughter plays with them. Most of them. We don't display all of them. And she had some kind of like, you know, just thrown into this little organizer. And yeah, they oozed everywhere. So kind of made me scared. I think we're going to do that. Now I'm going to transport it, cure it, and I'll show you the close-up. I think this turned out great. And honestly, I'm kind of impressed it turned out that good. I was very worried about this one, but did it in small steps, and I think it looks really, really good. And then you also have that cake plate with the paper that you kind of can't really see once you set it on there, but how cute. This is, aside from the piñatas, the best in the series. I think I like this even better than the piñatas, honestly. This was very well designed, everything worked, and was fairly easy. So I now have the full set from the birthday series. If you want to see any of those past videos, make sure to check out my channel. And I think I give this, for this series, easily a 10 out of 10. I really, really, really like this one. I think it's so cool. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and I will have more videos posted soon. Bye guys!